Hi, everyone. As Ram mentioned, my name is Sheena Raikundalia. And if you've just joined in Kenya, welcome to Kenya. It's not normally this cold. We have awesome weather. So this is not normal for us. But welcome. And I think this is going to be a super fun conference. So I'll introduce myself because you'll see a lot of me. Well, a little bit of me. This is me. I'm very short. But yeah, so you'll see a lot of me. My name is Sheena Raikundalia. I'm the Chief Growth Officer. I know the irony, growth officer. No pun intended, at an ag tech called Kuza Biashara. And Kuza is basically at the heart of what we're talking about. And what we've done is we've sort of created a platform, but we don't, although we're techies or the founders are techies, we believe in people plus platform. So we've created a platform, and I'll give you the platform bit, but we've created a platform with 1.2 million farmers in 6 countries, served by 6,000 youth entrepreneurs, whom we call agripreneurs. We don't believe it's enough to just give technology. So what we're saying is the connect between technology and the farmers has to be a person. But these young people are amazing in Africa, right? Like our median age is 19. We're young. We need that. I mean, I'm not young, sadly, but we need yeah, at heart. We need sort of to create youth employment, and we truly believe that agriculture is at the forefront of this. So that's our model, people plus platform, and we want to get all these cool technologies that everyone's creating, amazing research that everyone's doing, and get it so that it actually benefits the people who need it, i.e. the farmers, the agripreneurs. We believe that Kenya, Africa, we can feed ourselves, we can feed the world, we can make lots of money and create jobs while doing it. So that's kind of my short intro, just because you'll see me. I talk very fast, so if it's too fast, just do this, and I'll slow down. But I'm super excited about this next session because too many of us, we come here, we sit in our boardrooms, we sit in our offices, we're doing our research, we're doing, a whole bunch of stuff. But actually, understanding what's going on in the field is really, really exciting. So for us, we're going to start by listening to people from the field, and it's aptly called Voices from the Field. I love that. And we're going to start with Jeremiah Letting from the Nandi Coffee Cooperative. And oh, sorry, did I not even move it? Clearly, I didn't do well with the tech.
Yeah, there we go.
Is it moving now?
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
No,
Don't go forward.
no. Sorry, my fingers are. Yeah.
You fix it. You keep good.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yes. So he is a small-scale coffee farmer from Nandi County, for those of us who know Kenya. But he also serves as the chairman of the Maitati Set Kobor Coffee Farmers Cooperative Society, and he's the manager of the Nandi Coffee Cooperative Union Mill. So I think what's going to be super exciting is hearing from him from a farmer perspective, but from the cooperative perspective as well. What are the challenges? What are the opportunities? And I know we all sit and listen to it about markets and climate and the rest, but I think it'll be really, really exciting to hear from somebody who kind of goes through this on a daily basis. So Jeremiah, please welcome. We're very strict on time, so you've been given your timing.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jeremiah Letting. You listen. I'm from Nandi County. I'm a farmer, a small-scale farmer. I'm also a chairman of Medite Set Kubor Cooperative Society, where myself I made the initiative of talking to farmers, and we created one cooperative society. It is now 6 years old, and we have been able to regrow it 715 members, where we integrate our produce process and sell it. So I'll read you my speech, a small speech, to demonstrate what I'm saying. As distinguished guest, all protocol observed, good morning. I'm Jeremiah Letting, 47 years of age, resident of Nandi County, from Dintre Sub-County, Metete location, Metete village. I'm a small-scale farmer growing coffee and food crop like maize, beans, and vegetable. I'm also a chairman, as I've said, of Metete Kobor and manager, Nandi Cooperative Union. Being a coffee farmer, I grow Arabica variety of coffee, which I learned from my father, who started coffee farming in 1988 when I was 10 years old. Coffee new establishment take 2 years from the time of planting to be able to harvest. When the mature coffee, when we have a mature coffee, we have a cycle of events that must be met to get a maximum production, starting from the month of September, back in Nandi, where we apply a balanced NPK fertilizer 6 months before flowering. This is also a month that harvesting is ongoing. After harvesting, we start pruning or change of cycle and application of manure in the month of December and January. We also apply fertilizer for healing and encourage the formation of flowering, formation of flowerings, which will happen in the month of March on the onset of long rains. 2 weeks after flowering, we apply fertilizer rich in nitrogen to feed the coffee bush, which can also increase the size of the beans. You know, the size of the beans determine the premium grades. Thereafter, we control fungicide, leaf rust, infections, and control of weeds, which is rampant during rainy season, and check on insect attack and take control measures. We also feed coffee with foliar depending on the deficiency and stage of the bean development. This continue until August, when we start harvesting coffee, which will continue until December, 15 months cycle. In Kenya, especially Nandi, farmers face a lot of challenges from natural and challenges that is both natural and artificial. Natural challenges, we have climate change. Farmers cannot predict weather, does affect planning. This year, coffee harvesting began in May, in the month of May, while in other years it was August. These affect planning because of the cycle has changed, leading to low production. Harsh climatical condition, farmers face harsh climatical condition like flooding, drought, strong winds, landslides, which destroy their crops. High population, these are natural. High population lead to building of more residential houses, reducing on farmlands, thus affecting farming. Culture, some cultures and religion discourage growing and consumption of certain crop, thus affecting productivity and market. Pests and diseases, farmers incur losses due to the attack from the diseases, which farmers don't have knowledge on how to control. We have also artificial challenges, that is the lack of market. We have also lack of knowledge in the in farming pest practice, low supply of inputs, high cost of inputs, bad roads, middlemen, youth not embracing farming because of the perception that it is a dirty and low-paying job. Women are discouraged because they work in the farms, but men enjoy because income derived from farming. Government regulation also play a part in the challenges. By starting a cooperative society, farmers are trying to solve challenges existing in farming. Training, one of the challenges that is being solved is training farmers on the best farming practice, aggregation.
So sorry to be the mean teacher, but we have to stick to timing.
Okay.
So I'm the strict Wallywood today. So. We could just quickly wrap up because then
In conclusion, agriculture is the backbone of our economy, thanks to the good weather condition, young working force, land to cultivate, ready market, but the sustainability is not guaranteed. Due to the increased population, discourage workforce to the challenges highlighted above. So as I wrap up, we are looking forward to hear from experts on solution to the challenges raised to increase the productivity and decrease the cost of production and increase profit margins and form partnership for future engagement. Thank you.
then we'll take some questions. So thank you so much, Jeremiah. So I think as people in the room, we hear about these challenges, right? And we hear about climate change, but you can see how it's affecting people practically. Planting season has changed, floods, planning, low production. So I think it's really great to hear from real challenges. So these abstract concepts, which sound great, actually make real differences in farmers and in people's pockets here. So I think what I'll do now is call the rest of the speakers. Maybe we can all take a seat here, and I'll do a quick intros, and then we'll do and we'll hear from them. So to start with, if we could please have Mr. Vincent Kiplimo come and join. And I will give, as you do, I'm going to give a quick intro. Clearly, my tech is not working so well. Give me a second. Yes, Mr. Vincent, if you could come up, please. Excellent. So I think let me give you an intro. So Vincent here is an agronomist, and he's working directly with farmer cooperatives. So again, working together to really deal with the challenge of the inputs, the supply, what are the best practices needed. He brings really deep insight into knowledge, tools, and support systems, and how they're going to help the farmers themselves do what they're best at. So over to you. So once again, 5 minutes. I'm going to be a very strict teacher and stop you, and then you can have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
All protocol observed. Good morning. My name is Vincent Kiplimo, a farmer, a cooperator, a manager of a cooperative society. Yeah. Okay. I'm a manager by profession. I'm a farmer. I'm a cooperator. I'm coming from Nandi County, where challenges are there in farmers. First, in the first point, farmers there are facing challenges like what Jeremiah said. There are some landslides during weather condition. There are prices for coffee like some years back went down. Another problem farmers go through is those extension services whereby farmers are not being trained on how to cope with those problems. Another challenge whereby our farmers are facing there is pests and diseases, which control or acaricides to be used to control those problems in the farm. Others, the problem is roads. We have poor roads in our areas. We have so many problems, e.g. roads. We have extension services we don't have to teach farmers on how to improve their production. We grow coffee Arabica, as it has been said, and this coffee, where if farmers manage to keep or maintain the time whereby you sow your seeds, you take to the farm, you manage the weather, you will give a production, the production will be of high. To me, what I grow in my farm, as a farmer, I grow Arabica, e.g. Patian, Ruiru, and the main problem here now, the CRI, whereby they have to produce certified seeds, is now a problem whereby we don't get the seeds in time. So what I want to urge or say in this congregation is that we go as the weather, or encourage those stakeholders like Timothy, who is working in KBCU, to ensure that in TRI or Calro produces seeds, so that farmers can buy the seeds and plant and produce good seeds, because in the field there you find farmers are planting fake seeds, whereby the production of this year will go down in the near future, and you will see that the production of our coffee in the Fale will go down and the quality goes down, whereby prices will go down. Another one, there is this challenge whereby I urge Mr. Timothy Mirugi from KBCU to ensure that those extension services reach farmers one-on-one, so that every farmer knows what to do in the farm, and those challenges, and educate the farmers, because farmers are people who face more challenges there, but how to control them, they don't even know. So it is high time now to say the problems here are so many, but to come up and cap these problems, it will assist the farmers to get best prices, best production in their farms, and what to get for their life. Another one, farmers there, when they are there, they take produce to far away, whereby where they go through, they take through rough roads, whereby by the time the production of which they have harvested. Okay, thank you. I see.
Thank you. Please take a seat because we'll have time for some questions. Thank you so much. So, oh, it's two mics, clearly. So thank you. And I think this was super important, right? Because we can have farmers, and we've heard from the farmers themselves what the challenges are, but you need information, you need extension, and you need this kind of what to grow, how to grow, best ways to grow it. And I think this is where the agronomists, so thank you for sharing just how important it is to get personalized info, to the farmers contextually based on what they need. Next, we can't be in a conference about tech and not have some techies. So very, very excited to now call upon Peter Kibet, who is a computer science professional. He's got a strong foundation in software development, web technologies, of course, AI. How can this be complete without AI? And he's really, really passionate about applying emerging tech in meaningful ways. And he's working with the Toroton Farmers Cooperative Societies. So this is a good example of tech and agri. So welcome. Again, 5 minutes, and you'll be given sort of signs to wrap up, and then we'll do some questions.
Thank you very much. My name is Peter Kibet. Due to the very tight schedule, I'm going to be very fast, and we do the presentation within the time frame. Okay, straight to the task. I'm going to represent the voices from the field. I work in Toroton Farmers Cooperative Society as a clerk. And in this place, we are known for tea, we are known for maize growing, and we are known for coffee. So we have smallholder dominated farming systems. And I'm going to have the digital public infrastructure, building blocks for local agricultural transformation. We have the DPI component and the local application. We have the digital farmer. We have to register farmers in local cooperatives or extension networks via IDs, e-voucher systems, digital land records, and agri-data hubs. Okay, and in our region, I think we've never we have not established these systems, and I was there in some 2 years ago, but we've not established these systems and they are not working. Most of the things are done locally. And I think this is a place for us to give out our views. And at the end of this conference, I think, okay, we are going to we're going to have the solutions for everything. So I'm so passionate about this and actually going to achieve what we are doing here. All right. Okay. In the AI powered agriculture, we have the use case pests and diseases. We can use AI models to predict coffee nettle outbreaks and pests based on weather and soil conditions. Okay, we can have soil health mapping, as we have done. I think currently as we talk, mapping under the UDO regulation, the same work is ongoing, and we're going to achieve the same. We have to have market price prediction. And these, I think all these things will be able to, it will enable our farmers to see their prices, market prices directly. Whether smart advisory systems, smart dairy management, those are the most key areas we should have. So the challenges we have are low digital literacy in our region. Another thing is connectivity gaps. Another problem is trust in digital tools. And another challenge is data privacy. Above all, we have the future potential. AI-enabled digital public infrastructure offers transformative potential for future food systems. Key innovations include farm-to-fork traceability. AI-powered DPI can track agricultural products throughout the supply chain, from the farm to the consumer, enhancing food safety, reducing waste, and boosting consumer trust in local and export markets. Another point is national food system dashboards. With real-time data and AI analytics, governments can monitor food production, supply chain disruptions, climate risks, and nutrition outcomes. This enables rapid policy formulation and targeted crisis response during droughts. Another final point is that interoperable platforms. Open AI-enabled platforms can integrate services across the value chain, connecting farmers, traders, agro dealers, logistics providers, and financials. This fosters inclusive markets, improves access to credit and inputs, and ensures smallholder farmers benefit from the digital transformation. I think because of time, I'm going to wrap up, and thank you very much for this time.
And there we have, right? So tech solutions to solve problems on the ground. All the problems that they have sort of discussed shows that there is a method, there is a way for AI and DPI, a lot of these things which sound super high level to solve problems on the ground. But the idea is, how do we contextualize it? So really great to have that. The final voice from the field, Noah, are you here? I hadn't seen you, so I'm not sure if he is here. And if not, I think we can just carry on. But yeah, Noah here anyway? No. Okay. So I'm going to sit back down. We have a few minutes for question and answer. And as we said, this is an unconference, so I'm not going to ask the questions, even though I have lots and lots of questions. But it'll be over to you as the audience to ask a couple of questions to each of the panelists or comments. What I would suggest, though, is if you can do a quick intro of who you are. And before we open up for questions, I think from my end, just to get a feel for them to know also who's in the room, here, raise your hands. We'll just have a very quick exercise. Raise your hands if you are in academia. Okay. Okay. I think you need to raise your hand as academia, no? Okay, raise your hand if you are in tech, AI, DPI, or just general tech. Okay, yeah. Nice. Raise your hands if you are private sector. Okay, great. Farmers, any farmers in the room? Okay, cool. Investors, people with money. I was like, no, I'm not going to raise my hand. Donors, governments. I think that could be the next one. Donors, governments. Okay. All right. So we have a really good mix. So these are the questions over for you. So how many minutes do I have for Q&A? So is it, yeah, maybe 6. So we can get maybe 3 or 4 questions and then we'll see how we go. But if you could raise your hands, I'll come over with the mic and just introduce yourself. We've got 1 question there, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's start with the first 4. And you can introduce yourself and address it to whomever or as a comment if you like. Oh, the mic's on the table. Oh, Steve, very sophisticated text. There we go. Saves my workout, so great.
It's, can you come here? This is working. Yeah, you can speak into this.
Yeah. It's your chance to be a politician.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Charity Juma. I work for the Alliance of Biodiversity and SEAT, but I'm equally a farmer back home. And I'm happy to be in this forum whereby we're considering AI and the use of women and youth in promoting farming activities. My question goes to the first presenter. I will wish to know that for the 1,600 field officers that they anticipate to recruit that will support the farming activities, I will wish to know what qualifications are they pursuing? Is it the qualified people who have already undergone maybe some education system? And if so, will that exclude maybe some farmers who don't have the papers, but they are very qualified? And if you're going to consider the farmers, I already see a challenge of capacity, like they may not have the competency, but they have the necessary skills. So will there be any chance of capacity building? The other concern is we already have the issue of unemployment. I am Kenyan, and I'm in the agricultural field, and I understand that there are so many qualified people that don't have a chance to work. But given the opportunities that AI is creating, I believe there's an opportunity to have more of a database of those people who are qualified with maybe diploma and certificate levels in agriculture. Is there a way to consider them by having a database of their experiences? And maybe can they be considered, can they be given a priority to support their villages as we promote the agricultural sector? Thank you.
Great. So I think let's take the questions all at once and then we can answer. So number 2, yep, that was there.
Thank you all. My name is Henry Kinywa. I work in the Executive Office of the President. I'm an advisor in crops and value chain. I also do a lot of stuff on coffee. I run an online page called Kiplimo News. I also have a WhatsApp group with over 2,000. We just discussed about coffee and also have a mobile app that helps coffee farmers to understand the trading at the Nairobi Coffee Exchange. I think my question, not maybe question, is basically, first of all, congratulate all of you to come here. Farmers, I know what the work you're doing on coffee. Maybe the question I've asked from a government side, what should the government, what do you think in addition, there are many things, whether it's, as Mirugi said, whether it's the subsidy program, what should the government do or not do, actually? Sometimes what should the government do or not do in supporting, in this particular space, the digital space particularly in agriculture, and if there's something in a specific area in the coffee value chain, I would like to hear. Thank you.
Great question. And I follow your work and all your insights that you publish. So thank you for that. Everyone should follow what he does. Yep. Number 3. And I think you were number 3. I've forgotten who was and you were number 4. Okay, great.
Hi, my name is Bernard Wright. I'm working with a company called Advanced Insight that's rolling out an open source and subscription-free ERP for agri SMEs and co-ops. My question, it's very brief. What do you think about EUDR? Like it? Don't like it? It doesn't mean much to you? Yeah.
And final question.
Morning, I'm Tawanda Obe from the Gates Foundation. I'm just curious in understanding from the farmers, what's the level of confidence that they have towards consuming extension and advisory services from a digital, platform? That is number one. Then secondly, are our farmers ready to, be using their devices, or what's the kind of smartphone penetration that is there for them to actually be consuming these services, or we need to start at the basic USSD level? Over.
Great question. So I think you've all got your mics. So you can sort of either quickly address all, or I think what's more suited. So maybe the tech one you can potentially take. I mean, yeah. Maybe you would like to go first.
Okay. The first question is being directed to Timothy Kariuki. I think the new KPC human, whereby he was saying about 1,600 recruitment of youths. I'm going to handle the question of Kinyua. What should the government do to support farmers? Okay. You remember, most of the farmers, though they are old, we have new generation, and they have devices like the smartphones, 80%. If farmers could get free Wi-Fi, so that they can enable them to access data, that one will be right. About the EUDR, let me answer about the EUDR. We are excited that we can be able to map our farms and know whether we are encroaching on forests, and also we can see a future where environment can be conserved, and because environment and farming is related. So if we conserve an environment, we can be having good weather conditions, and farming will thrive. Thank you.
Would you like to take the next?
All right. Okay, I want to answer. All right, we have an officer from the government, and there was a question that he asked us that what should the government do to improve the services? Actually, from the cooperative I work in, we don't have even a very smart system. And I urge the government that they should go to the ground and see what they are doing. All right, if for example, in my working place, we are dealing with about 3,400 farmers. And if you handling 3,400 farmers is a lot of tedious work to handle in paperwork. We need to take all these things into systems. And farmers are not informed of any information. That's why we're talking about AI. If you have AI systems, those farmers, most of the farmers, I think they have the smartphones. They will be able to access market prices. They will be able to predict weather patterns and be able to know what to do. Again, farmers should be informed in such a way that if they receive the payments, they are able to access the markets. The AI, I think it is going to gather for transparency, accountability from the governments. And that's all about the question on what should the government do. Another thing is level of confidence with the systems. Okay, farmers do not have a lot of confidence. One major thing is the finances. If you try to deduct some amount from farmers, they feel very bitter and they think their money is taken. But as a tech team, we are trying to make work easier and simpler. So farmers most of them also are aged. Others are youths. Youths are able to use smartphones. But the aged, they need assistance from the youths. So we need to sensitize the youths so that they can explain to the aged people because they cannot access the smartphones. Okay, thank you.
Great.
Because of time, let me wrap up.
You've got some quick points to add.
In addition to what my friend has said, there is testing AI in terms of DSS. These DSS farmers are nearly, they don't want to use this thing to be paid through the system of DSS. So what I want to urge Mr. Henry Kinyua to go and those extension services to teach farmers the importance of this thing so that the implementation of this system of DSS to work because farmers fear so much. They fear because this is a system whereby farmers in Kenya are being paid through. So when it comes to payment, like last year when our former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua introduced to say that farmers should be paid 80 shillings per kilo. So some farmers were being paid through the DSS, and you find the system goes to another cooperative society. So now farmers have to claim for money, and other cooperatives are being overpaid, and yet the government say that they have to be paid 80 shillings per kilo. Yet some societies were being paid over 106 shillings per kilo. Hence, that society took it as a loan because their money for their produce were not enough for it. So let me give Mr. Kinyua to take the action on that part of DSS because he is a president advisor, of course. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. So I think I'll just address quickly, I think 2 points that both mentioned around the youth employment and around the farmer connectivity point, just to add onto this panel. So I take a slightly different approach from what we've seen on the ground with Kuza, which is actually, I don't think we should be thinking just about jobs and getting jobs in the space. Actually, agri-preneurship is what's booming, and we're seeing a lot of young people wanting to do this, and I'll definitely have a chat with you afterwards, but we have seen within the Kuza platform itself, young people earning up to, it starts with about $50, and I'm saying it in dollars for the audience, to up to $3,000 per month. There's lots of opportunities in agri-business, and that shifting your mindset from, agriculture, jobs, getting paid. And your question around sort of farmers, yes, they are older farmers, but they're younger farmers coming in. And again, we've seen, and I'll share the data with you, when you show the farmers a value proposition, not beyond, tech, if you show them, and we've done this, my income has increased, not just my productivity, right? Productivity doesn't mean anything if I don't have cash in my pocket. If my income increases, I connect them to market, I make money, they're fine to adopt. Actually, Kenyans, and we work in 7 African countries, and this is across Africa, but Kenyans are super, super smart hustlers, right? If they can see an opportunity to make money, they will take it. So I think, I disagree. I think they are ready. We've seen it. But the key component is they have to see a value, money in my pocket. And number 2, trust, which is why the youth agripreneurs that we're talking about, from the village, from that area, that trust, relational trust translates into transactional trust. So we're open. It is happening. Happy to show you. But thank you for the panel discussion. I'm so sorry we had to be super quick. It's Unconference, so that's why we want to keep things moving and buzzing. But a round of applause for our wonderful panel.